It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Kaz. With me today is Jason Lewis. Jason, how you doing?
Hello. All right.
Yeah.
I'm always here, so why joins me today?
I don't know.
No one else is ever going to join us, Ben.
It's what I've said. I mean, we've done like 70-odd episodes. It's what I've always said, and I'm not going to change it. So how are you doing? You were just asking about the cake I just gave you.
Yeah, you just gave me a heart-shaped cake with coconut shavings on it, and I'm not normally a coconut fan. But I ate it because it'd be rude not to. Quite a tasty cake.
It's nice.
Did you make it?
My mummy made it for me.
Oh,
that's nice, isn't it? Yeah. And she calls them snowy buns. And she used to make them to me when I was a kid.
I like to put my snowy load in her bun.
Well, there we go. Haven't seen you for a month, and this is the first within a minute of the show. I wouldn't have it any other way, you know that. You know that.
Your mummy's quite fit though, isn't she?
Fuck off. It's been a month since the last show.
Yeah.
Just to say that, obviously, because time's weird at the moment, when everything all clears up, we will be doing more regular shows as we were every two.
Won't.
No, we will.
Okay.
It's only because we're in lockdown and it's all gone tits up that we're not doing
that's the excuse.
regular. No, that's not. That's literally the reason. So when everything's come back to normal, we'll be doing fortnightly shows. We'll see. But anyway, been a big month, isn't it?
Has it?
It's Christmas.
Oh yeah.
COVID. Vaccines.
This should be our Christmas
tears.
special. Cause
I know.
Are we doing Secret Santa again this year? Office Secret Santa.
We could do an episode.
Let's go through my diary, and on the 23rd of December, I've got a diary entry at 2:00. Collect the meat.
Have you forgotten exactly what that was about? Or
It's collecting the meat.
What meat?
Turkey? It's the Christmas meat hamper.
Christmas meat.
From the butchers.
Okay, that's fantastic. What have you been up to the past month?
I've sat at home.
Yep.
I've washed my hands, kept my space, covered my face.
Have you got COVID?
No.
Good.
Would I be here if I did?
Well, possibly. I don't
Probably.
know. Yeah, probably.
Probably. Make you feel my pain.
Brilliant. So obviously...
What have you been up to?
Well, I was unemployed for a bit.
Yeah.
I was unemployed for 3 weeks, and then I got a new job. It doesn't matter because I got a new job.
Shouldn't have got sacked from the last one.
I didn't get sacked from the last one. I left.
Misconduct.
I left. Part of me was slightly disappointed about actually finding a job because I really enjoyed not having a job. Just I've got no worries.
Were you not furloughed or anything early on in the year?
No.
See, because I was.
So I worked from home.
Yeah.
But I was still working. But
I was furloughed. I couldn't do anything worse.
No, I absolutely fucking loved it. Right, just so get up whenever you want.
Right, I got to ask you a series of questions.
I did drink a lot, to be honest.
How much? All right. So my first question was, how much alcohol did you drink?
I drank more. I mean, seeing as I didn't have anything to do, I was drinking quite a lot. Maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
How many neighbours did you shout out in the front garden?
I mean, what?
How many neighbours did you shout out in the front garden?
What do you mean shout out?
Scream at people as they walk past because you're a fucking crazy unemployed bum.
0.
Okay. How many episodes of The Chase did you watch?
I watched a lot
per day.
Yeah. I didn't watch any of the live chasers, but there's that TV show, there's that TV channel called Challenge where it just constantly plays chase episodes from 8 years ago on a loop. I watched a lot of that. Okay.
My last question, how many wanks did you have in a day?
Well, after a while you just lose count.
After a while it just puffs out smoke.
Yeah, when you start getting sort of calluses on your hand, that's when you know that you've done it too much. But I loved it. But I started at my new job the other week, and so far that's been going very well. So I can afford to buy Christmas presents this year.
Nice. Obviously, I've started
not for you,
a new
but
job as well. Yeah, we didn't buy Christmas presents. Had an appointment today. You'll love this.
Go on then.
Got to the end of the appointment. Me and a colleague were doing it together. This appointment, and at the end of it, the guy goes, "Oh, thank you so much." Blah blah blah. And he turns to me and he goes, "Name's Gary, isn't it?" And I went, no, it's Jason. He goes, "Okay, thanks, Gary. I'll see you later." Stuck for the rest of the day, and then they came back to the office a couple of hours later, and my boss.
And he's like, "Where's Gary gone?"
No, and my boss overheard it, and he's like, "I'll just take a seat with Gary, and he'll help you in a minute." And then when I came through, he was like, "Gary, it's these people from earlier." So I'm called Gary now.
You're just called Gary now.
Gary. Do I look like a Gary?
To be fair, right now you look like a Gary because you're all dressed up.
There's no place to go.
You look like a boxing promoter. You look like Eddie Hearn.
Shabao, motherfucker. Is this live?
Yeah.
Oh, you get the reference, don't you?
No, what?
What?
What do you mean?
Eddie Hearn
Yeah.
went to do an interview on Sky Sports News, and it went, and we'll just pass over to Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn went, "Shabon, motherfucker," and then it was like silence, and he went, "Oh, we're not live, are we?" And obviously they were. Have you not seen that?
I'm gonna look that up immediately after the show.
How have you not seen it?
It's weird because I have watched a lot of Eddie Hearn out of context clips.
Yeah.
They're really funny.
Yeah, and it's wow.
Anyway,
Now I feel like a twat because you just sounded like, yeah.
I was being polite, all right?
Yeah, I can't tell.
I can't call you out on the show. But so anyway, at the moment, the UK is in a tiered system for COVID.
Again.
Currently, we are this is the first time it's been in a tiered system.
We were in a tier system before lockdown.
We weren't in a tiered system.
Yes, we were.
No, we fucking won.
Yes, we were, because we were in tier, the best one, and now we're in tier 2. We're in the best tier. Then we went into lockdown. Then we came out of lockdown and went back into the tier system.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. It's all blurred into one. I've drunk a lot of beers over the past
Last
few
week
weeks.
it was
Grayson.
April. But now it's December.
So we're in a tiered system at the moment. So where we are, we're tier 2 out of 3. So
probably maybe tier 3, tier 1. I can't remember. What's the worst one?
The worst one's tier 3, where you can't go to the pub.
Yeah, we could be put into that soon.
Yeah.
And I've got a pub meal on Thursday.
So most of Britain, we sort of classify how bad the tiers are by how much they affect us going to the pub.
Yeah.
So if you're in tier 1, which is the best tier, you can go to a pub and order a drink, an alcoholic drink, no problem. If you are tier 2, you can go to a pub and buy an alcoholic drink, but you must also eat a substantial meal whilst doing so. In tier 3, you cannot go to the pub. Now, my question is, what constitutes a substantial meal?
Scotch egg.
Because there's been pubs that have just been selling Scotch egg, which is a little tiny snack. What constitutes a substantial meal?
Isn't it something that gets served on a plate? Like, a packet of crisps isn't a substantial meal, but, like, a sandwich and a packet of crisps served on the plate is a substantial meal.
I was about to call you a fucking idiot, but actually I think you might be... that actually does make sense.
So I mean, like, you can't just, have a packet of nuts. Oh, sorry, then that's a substantial meal.
But a Scotch egg...
I'll have a portion of chips.
Yeah.
Or Scotch egg that has to be served on the plate.
How does it actually work, though? Because, is it like if you order some chips and you order a drink, can you stay there drinking for the duration of you eating the chips? Or do you eat the chips and you can stay... No, I haven't been to the pub.
So I went to the pub last week, and the guy pretty much said it's 2 or 3 pints per meal. So, like, say you order starters, you could have 2 pints of that. Say you order the main, it's then, 3 pints of that. I couldn't do that. I had just 1 pint for the whole... I love beer now. I'm a beer drinker.
Good.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's what they said to us. I've got a meal out. I've got a work Christmas deal on Thursday. And the guy at the pub was like, look, we'll leave it quite a lot of time between your meals so you can get loads of drinks in. So no one knows.
No, not our politicians know exactly what's going on.
Did you see that video of Nick Hancock crying on the TV when that old person got the first vaccine? Have you seen what's been floating around today?
No.
It says Nick Hancock is about as believable as a stepfather going on TV crying for his missing stepdaughter, knowing full well that that's under his floorboards. How spot on is that?
So Matt Hancock, for people who are not in the UK, is our health minister, and he's not the right person for the job. But he isn't the right person for many jobs, frankly. But anyway.
Couldn't do this, could he? Couldn't do our job.
He couldn't do this show. The most important job of them all. Entertaining the public. Now,
yeah, fuckers.
Now, what was that thing you wanted to talk about, Arthur, yesterday? Because I wanted to do the show yesterday, and then you said that you couldn't. And you said you were dying to tell the story of why on the show. So
we went to go to a different part of the country yesterday, all COVID safe.
Is that allowed?
You're allowed to travel between the tier systems as long as they're in the same tier as you.
All right.
So we went to a different place in the country yesterday. I'm not saying where, just in case I get the tier system wrong. And on the way back, we were on the M25, and it's raining, it's dark, it's shit, like the M25 is.
Mm-hmm.
And Arthur, dear little Arthur, in the back of the car, decided to just throw up all over himself. I'm 2 hours away from home. Yeah, throws up everywhere in the back of the car. Fucking stinks. I didn't know what to do. Couldn't pull over on the hard shoulder because the hard shoulder was closed because they're doing road works on most of the M25 because it's fucking England. So I sat and have the nearest garage, 8 minutes away. Longest 8 minutes of my life.
Was it stinking as well?
It was stinking. He was crying. It was
God.
Driving along and I'm covering my nose with my mouth thinking I'm going to chunder. we get to the garage,
and then that's like sets Cassandra off. And
we're all just sort of sat there going
like that episode of Family Guy where they drink the thing. And
it is like that, and it just reeks. And then we get to the garage, and it's like on the way to the garage, we were like, okay, so my job was going to be this, to do this and this. Your job was to go into the garage and get this and get that, and go grab this from the boot. It was like a military operation.
All right.
Get there, it's a fucking frenzy. I'm panicking. I'm running. I run into the garage without a
Why are you
mask.
panicking?
Because I was sick. It stinks.
You just have panic.
So I run into the garage and I'm trying to find some like Febreze and some cleaning spray, and I can't see it for the. So I go to the guy. I was like, "Look, my kid's been sick in the car. I need some stuff." And he goes, "Oh man, that is shit, isn't it?" Like in this weird sort of stroke American but stroke London accent. Couldn't understand it. And I ended up spending like 12 quid on paper towels, disinfectant spray, and like smelly stuff. Because obviously garages along the motorways are fucking expensive.
They're rip-offs, aren't they?
Yeah. I paid like 6 quid for a kitchen roll. It's horrendous. And I get to the car and after it's pouring down rain as well, by the way.
Right.
That just adds 10 levels to stress. So
but
I get
don't
up
parents
out.
carry around like wipes and stuff?
Yeah, I've got baby wipes, but baby wipes isn't going to cover the smell of sick in a car, is it? It can clean him up, so he was all cleaned up, but I'm on about cleaning the car.
Right.
And the car seat, which stunk. And it still stinks today.
Okay.
So I need to get it all out and give it a deep clean. But it was a tough day.
Is that your new car as well?
My new car. My 20 plate car.
The 20 plate? Fucking hell.
Because it's your dream car, isn't it, my car?
Oh, is it a Skoda Octavia? Or isn't it? It's
Look out
red.
the window, it's parked right outside your house.
Yeah, I know. I saw it pulling up.
I would offer you a lift in it tonight.
I don't want to lift in it.
You can come and sit in it tomorrow once it's had a clean.
I'm not sitting in any sicky car.
Well, only the back's sicky. You can sit in the driver's seat if you like.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Let's take it for a spin.
But that's covered in piss.
Just a Mew, isn't it?
It was just a long drive. So, yeah, I was due to turn up here about 8:30. Didn't get home till about 11:15. So I thought that might have been too late for you.
Yeah, that'd have been too late for me. I was in bed by that point.
Yeah, you were passed out drunk, weren't you?
I did have a few beers yesterday.
I'm
not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Even though a couple of weeks ago you texted saying, I'm going to avoid drinking on a school night.
Did I say that?
You must have been pissed at the time, right?
Probably. Yeah. I'm pissed now. I'm just constantly pissed. You know what really, really concerned me the other day? Is that, you know how... Sorry?
You hadn't heard from me for a few days. That was...
No, I was fine with that. Is that Laura just randomly ordered a jar opener, which is concerning because obviously...
You're the jar opener.
No, literally, I'll be in the lounge. She'll be making dinner like a good little wife, and she'll run in and say, "Ben, can you open this jar?" I say, "Yeah, yes, of course, darling. Open the jar because I'm a big, strong husband."
And as she leaves, you pat her on the backside.
I pat her backside and say, "Cheers, sweetheart." And
give her another tinny of Foster's.
Yeah. You have no idea how accurate sometimes. I don't mean that in a it's obviously in jest, but I've absolutely done that before. Not in a serious misogynistic way, just in a taking the piss way.
Well, I was watching Babe Station or something.
Watching football on the TV.
No, now we know it's not true.
Yeah, that's fine. She ordered a jar opener.
What would she need you for? She's going to kick you out next week.
The first thing I thought was she's slowly replacing me.
Yeah.
She'll buy stuff, so
do you do the washing up?
No, she does the washing up.
Oh, so she won't put a dishwasher next then.
No, but
yeah, your days are numbered, mate.
That's the start, isn't it?
Yeah. Soon you'll be living in a studio flat above a shop.
I'll be living in the shed, I reckon. So what's next? What else is she going to buy?
I don't know. What else do you do?
A sex toy?
She's already got loads of them.
Okay. Said so matter-of-factly.
Right, well, she would... I don't know. I guess DVDs.
I'm just trying to think what else do I do?
What else you do? Yeah. It's as bad
I open jars. Basically, my function.
Do you take the dog out for walks?
Sometimes, although not very well.
Not very well. You come back without the dog. Sorry, Laura. I failed again.
I knew I was missing something. I've just got the lead and it's just dragging along the pavement.
You're trying to give treats to no one. What do you do?
I work, I train, I sit on the sofa on my arse and watch TV.
You'd be gutted if she got rid of the sofa and got one single armchair, wouldn't you?
But it's slightly too small for me. It's no, Ben, you sit on the floor.
Outside! Yeah, your days are numbered, mate.
Fuck, you think you're right. And anyway, I know I've something that you're gonna love this because it's like one of my random hobbies.
Oh, here we go.
But this is the shortest hobby that I've had ever. It lasted literally like 5 days. I mean, you could sit here and guess what I'm about to say for the next year.
Never.
And
you come up with such random shit.
I wanted to start going lobster potting.
What?
Lobster potting.
What's that?
Well, you catch lobsters.
Right, okay.
In a pot.
Right.
Because...
What? You're so weird.
We live next to the sea, and I thought, you know what, I'd like to hunt and eat something. That would be nice. And lobsters was... and
the neighbours' cats are just running out at the minute.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I want to catch and eat a lobster.
You're fucking weird, you are. Have you ever had lobster?
Yeah. I don't really like it, so in hindsight, I'm not even sure why I even started to do this, but I thought, you know, I'll give it a go.
These ideas come into your head.
Catch some fresh lobster. So anyway, I found out that actually, if you do it for like sort of recreation, you can, as long as you don't like catch more than 5 lobsters and 25 crab a day and sell them, as long as you eat personally, you can basically do what you want. So I went and
but you
bought.
Can't fuck them.
You can't. I'm not sure that you want to fuck a lobster, would you?
You're a weird man, you are.
But anyway, so I ordered a lobster pot.
Oh, as if you had. How much was that?
It was £9.99.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like 60 quid.
There were some proper ones for like 60, 70 quid. And I was like, I think I'll just start off.
And you'll order that next week.
I think I'm not going to order any more because, so basically how it works, right, is you have this kind of pot. And you put some bait in the pot.
What bait did you use?
We had some like meat in the freezer that's been there for a few years, and I was like, to be honest, we're not going to eat this. So it was like some like chicken burgers. So I defrosted them, left them out in the garden for like a week, so they were all rotting and smelling, which is exactly the sort of shit lobsters and crab like. You know, like they like disgusting, smelly shit like that. So I did that.
You should just put a pair of your boxers in there then.
So I did that.
Surely the birds would have got it if you left it in the garden.
I put it in a tub. So you do that. You then drop the pot in the water, and basically the crab and the lobsters, they go through the end holes. They then fall into like the main bit. And because the hole is sort of tapered, so they can get through the entrance, but they can't get out. So
how big is this pot?
It was 60 centimetres long.
Oh, shit me. I was expecting like...
about 2 feet long. But, you know, because they have to catch lobsters and crabs and eels and stuff, which are big things. So I did all the research about, you know, like... because, like, also you can't take them unless they're above certain sizes. So you had to have, like, size requirements. So I had to read up on, like, the crab requirements and, you know, to get all this stuff. Bring a tape measure and stuff.
Now, quite often in the summer I go crabbing down at the ferry, but you just put them in a pot and just chuck them back in the sea.
Yeah.
Did you not do that?
No, this isn't going crabbing as you know of it, which is basically just like fishing, but you just...
Did you do this whilst you were unemployed?
Yes.
Fuck.
I needed some things to fill my time. Alright, so basically how it works is that you throw it in the sea, you have to do it...
Did you go out on your canoe to do this?
No, I should have done. So I went to the beach at low tide, because you have to do it at like sort of low tide, put it in the rocks, then the sea comes in, the crabs and lobsters get it, you then come back the following morning when the tide's out again. That's the theory, right? So you basically like sort of leave it overnight. So, you know, so it isn't like you're there like fishing like you would for fish. Okay, right. You put it in, you piss off, you come back, right? So I thought that... I
bet all the day that it was out there and you were at home and Laura was here, that was the only thing you were talking about. Guaranteed.
I was talking to her a lot about
I feel
there were lots
pain.
of unsolicited conversations.
So where then, should we go shopping? It's like, I wonder what's in my lobster cage now. I guarantee the words that came out of your mouth at some point during that day was, I wish I set up a live cam.
I didn't set up a live
come
cam.
on.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. Anyway, that would have been pointless because, so I did that and I put also some like little weights from the gym in the pot just to kind of weigh it down. Went to the beach at low tide at like 7:30 at night, so it's pitch black. By the way, there's nothing creepier than a deserted beach at night.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It's fucking weird. So, I had the torch, in my mouth and I was trying to, like not fall on these rocks while the waves are coming in. And I found like a spot in the rocks where I could like wedge the thing down. I sort of wedged it down.
How close were you to the pier?
No, I was quite far away from the pier. So I did that. I thought, you know what, that's fine. It's been like weighted down by these weights. That's not going anywhere. And then also, I'm not sure why, but the pot came with some string, and they talked about sometimes it's useful to have like a little float on top. So I got one of Bobby's toy balls that float, and I tied that to it. So when the sea comes in, easy to see it. Whatever. And I spent quite a lot of time.
You're so.
I spent a lot of time setting this all up. I did that. I then came back in the morning, couldn't find the pot.
No.
So either someone nicked it, or more likely, I should have probably tied it to something. So
you've lost some gym weights as well.
Yeah, obviously not big ones, just some like little, small, like 1 kilo ones that were already broken anyway. That I thought I'd weigh it down. So in hindsight, I probably should have tied it to something, because I think that it just got swept away by the waves. So I came back that morning and I was like, it's not here, is it? It's not here. What have I done? I've wasted.
Did you storm home? Laura was.
I was out there for it.
Laura was sitting in the lounge like, oh fuck, he's going to be back soon with fucking lobsters all over the place.
So I had to get up early,
slam the front door,
I had to get up
in your bedroom
early. Yeah, because I had to be there for the low tide the following morning. I had to get up at like 6:30 on a Saturday, so I ruined my lay-in, expecting to have.
Oh, so if you didn't have any other days to lay in, eh?
Yeah, whatever, fine. But, so I did that, and I was like, oh, I appear to have lost my pot. So, fuck knows where that pot is. It's probably, like, in the middle of the North Sea at the moment. I am certain, although I maybe wouldn't have caught any, like, sort of lobsters, you'd have definitely caught some crab in there.
There's loads of crabs.
Which means that my pot is somewhere in the North Sea,
with crabs
possibly filled with crabs who are just going to slowly die.
No. I didn't think of that.
No, I think because it's a mesh pot which can, like, sort of collapse down, so I reckon...
After a while,
they'll probably be able to get through it. So the gap between me first having that idea and buying it and me stopping it was about 5 days. So that's the shortest of my hobbies.
Should we do it again?
I don't want to waste it again.
I'll do it with you.
You'll do it with me?
I'll do it.
You're going to buy the pot?
No, I'll just help you.
I need to find somewhere where I can tie it to.
I think the ferry
something.
and off the jetty.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can do that because I'm not.
Oh, fuck them. They're old.
I'd rather do it like under cover of darkness. I did find quite a good spot on the beach to do it.
Well, wasn't that good?
Well, yeah, but in hindsight, I should have done it on a different bit of that beach. Because I think it isn't really like a two-man job. It literally is turn up, throw a pot next to some rocks,
I'll be there to hold
up.
you when it fails.
But I was actually looking forward to having some live.
Did you do any research on how to cook a lobster?
Yeah, you just throw it in a pot, don't you? I mean, it's really simple to.
How about cutting, getting all the meat out?
No,
crack it and.
Yeah, you have to kind of.
You got the claw clipper things?
No, so that's the thing. So, and then after I was driving back, after I'd lost a pot, defeated morally, I was thinking, to be honest, I'm not even a big fan of seafood. I'm not even sure why I did this. I think it was the idea.
I'm allergic as well.
I'd have been eating it, my face had been swollen.
It's worth it.
It was just
seafood anyway.
It was just kind of the thing of hunting a creature and catching it and eating it.
Well, you've got archery. Why don't you just kill a bird?
Believe me, I would, but it's illegal. Even though it is illegal, if the house that we move into has a more secluded garden where people can't see me, I will happily shoot birds. However, I don't want to shoot a bird in my garden and then have them...
Why don't you go pheasant shooting?
You can't shoot them with a bow. You have to shoot them with a gun.
Yeah, well, join the club.
I don't like the guns and hunting. I don't know. I don't like the thought of hunting animals with guns because I think it's cheating. I think if you do
bringing a gun to a knife fight.
Yeah, there's no skill in standing 400 meters away with a fucking sniper laser guided bullet shooting a deer. I know, but
But putting a pot in water and coming back 12 hours later is skillful, is it?
That takes skill, a skill which I obviously lacked. So, that was my little...
that was amazing.
That was my little
you are
unemployed adventure.
You're so innocent.
So I don't think I'll be going back to lobster potting, unfortunately. I think I've had my time.
I reckon before you're 50, you'll go metal detecting.
That's the sort of shit that I'm going to end up doing. I think you're right.
You'll be old and alone because Laura's had enough and left you.
She gets sick of me talking to her about fucking metal detectors. So Ben, if you ask me, tell me one more fact about metal detectors.
Did you know they beep really loud? Right, that's it. I'm out.
I found a coin from 1920 the other day. I'm divorcing you. Okay. I'll sell this coin so I can pay for the divorce.
I would take the kids, but you wouldn't give me any because you're out too busy metal detecting.
Yeah, brilliant. Anyway, did I hear a fucking weird story?
Go on, then. Could be much weirder than lobster potting, but...
It's certainly more sinister than lobster potting.
Does it involve you?
No, it doesn't involve me. It involves Laura's family. Is that basically where Laura's parents live, right? They've got a neighbour who lives like sort of opposite them, and he'll go in his front garden to like have a smoke now and then, right? And there has been a mystery woman who walks up to Laura's parents' house and has been looking in the kitchen window, which is facing the outside of the house. Like she puts her face up to the window, her hands there, and stares in. And he's seen her, and he's like sort of chased her off a few times, and she's been doing that, I would say like sort of regularly, but a few times. And then the other day, she did the same, and she knocked on the window. It's fucking weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, we've got no idea whether she's mental.
Parents in?
Sometimes, because her dad works shifts, so obviously her mum is understandably, like, if her dad's not there, I'd be freaked out by that. You know, obviously she's some kind of crazy lady, so I don't think, you know, but like, I'd be like, this is fucking weird. Especially if you're just doing the washing up, and then you look up, and you fucking see a woman, and you see like her breath on the window. It's always about 7 o'clock in the evening. So I did say to Laura, I was like, if your parents want me to like do a stakeout one day, I'll just get an arrow. Yeah, what's up with bow and arrow?
Laura, I'm just going to drop the lobster pot off. I'll go to your mum and dad's and camp outside for a couple of hours, yeah, with my archery. You had training in bloody Mission Impossible scenes as well, haven't you?
Exactly, yeah. This is exactly the sort of thing I could do.
This is your calling.
Yeah.
You've set this up.
I'd be sitting in my car in like a really bad disguise. I'd have
the fake nose and the
fake nose and the glasses. I'd have a backwards baseball cap. And
a wig.
And a wig, yeah. And I'd be dressed like a clown or something. And then when I see her, like, I'll get out of my car with my big, like, clown boots, like honking every time I go.
If you're in the lounge and you just heard her, you'd be like, nope.
I'm just going.
Don't get the door, love. It's that
locking
crazy
the door.
lady.
I think they've installed like a security light or something. What is her motive? Like, is she crazy?
Is she real? Is Laura's dad having an affair?
Quite. Oh, and that's the secret code. Let's just walk up to the fucking kitchen window and knock on the door.
Or maybe she just wants to scare him.
Either she's mental and she's just like unhinged, or it's something to do with drugs. Like maybe like some drugs dealers lived there before, and that was the code.
How long have they lived at the house?
Not very long. Not very long at all.
Is it somewhere busy, or is it like...
It's quiet. No, it's a quiet place. Even fucking scarier because it's like in a quiet little cul-de-sac-y type place.
Oh, right. Somebody's thought they lived in the road off the town centre.
No, they did, but they've moved. So this is a very quiet place.
In a village as well, isn't it?
Yeah, in a village, yeah. Unfortunately, the guy opposite has been quite good, and he's keeping an eye out. But I am tempted to be like, shall I just do a little stakeout?
Yeah, should we do it? I'll do it with you.
Just do it together. We're like Tango and Cash.
Should we go out tomorrow?
We can't do it, no, not this week. But
what, she not tomorrow?
I don't know when the last time she did it was, so we could do it, but she probably won't turn up.
Just do it every day. 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on the dot.
Right, so we're getting there about 6:45.
Yeah, 6:45 till like 7:40, till like a 7:15. Proper police stakeout.
Yeah. I'll bring beer.
Is that how they work stakeouts? Do they bring beer? Do they?
I don't know.
So yeah, that's fucking weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
Anyway, shall we end on something slightly
weirder?
I mean, weirder in a way, but something slightly nicer. Laura, obviously, she works in a hospital.
Yes.
Right. And her ward had a Christmas tree donated to them. It wasn't an entire tree. They got given the bottom half of one tree and the top half of another tree. No. They then put together. But I will show you the photo of the tree in her ward. This is what the tree looks like. So the bottom branches...
It looks like a penis.
It looks
like a cock and balls.
It's a cock and balls. Because the bottom bit of the tree is obviously from a very big tree, very broad. And the top bit is like a little fucking tiny tip.
How can they get it that wrong?
I don't know. But like, even when they were assembling it, did no one at any point...
Someone must have gone, I don't think these match one away, guys.
I think we should just not have one.
Just have the top half.
Or just don't have one. You don't really have to have a fucking tree, do you? Or just how cheap trees are. You could go to fucking Argos and get a fake tree for like
a 4-foot tree.
Yeah, for like $9.99. The same cost as a lobster pot, funnily enough. Or you could put a lobster pot up and then put tinsel around that.
And then watch it get swept away?
Yeah. Watch it get swept away like my dreams.
Your dreams of 5 days.
Do you think maybe in a few years' time I'll just be walking along the beach and I see the pot and I'll be like,
imagine that.
I've been reunited.
It's got like crab skulls and crab like skeletons and you're like, oh, I would have eaten that.
That's good eating.
Your rotten chicken burger's still in there.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to end the show on that note. So, just like to say thank you everyone for listening in these tough and trying times. Stay safe wherever you are. Wash your hands, social distance, get a vaccine if you're offered one.
100%.
Even though it might be a ploy just to get Bill Gates to put a microchip in your arm.
No, he's desperate, isn't he?
But, it's worth it, I think.
He's desperate to know what Brenda 90 from the local care home is doing.
So, stay safe. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
I hope you get COVID.
I can't put that in. So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
And if you like this show, you should definitely check out all the other amazing podcasts on the No Please Don't Network. Visit www.nopleasedon'tpodcast.com. Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening and catch you next time.